again, and welcome back to my making Rosalina cosplay in under 30 days. Couple updates. Making this skirt, I had a bunch of bumps in the roads. It took way longer than I thought it would. In fact, it took so long, I now have 6 days to complete the rest of my cosplay. I don't know if you can see it in the background, but my friend Lily had finished designing my wig for me, so that's been complete. That's a little thing off my worry list, and I just need to make the rest of it now. So this is making of the underskirt, and it was way more difficult, not necessarily the pattern wise, but just making wise. There were so many things that went wrong, and I do hope you enjoy this video and come back again for part 3. All right, let's get to it. This is the pattern for this video, and I got it off of Etsy and had it printed at Staples. It is super cold in here, so I have my heater on, I got the directions pulled up, and I have a little YouTube video going. So I went through and cut out all of the pieces of my pattern. Now I just need to lay them out on my fabric. I'm gonna try a couple different methods. This is telling me ways to do it so that all of this stuff fits, but we're gonna try a couple different things first. So wish me luck. Update time. Last you saw of me, I was talking about cutting out the pattern pieces to the skirt. I bought the, I have it, give me a second. Coquelicot. I am dyslexic. Skirt pattern from, I believe it's Wildflower Designs. It is indeed Wildflower Designs. Beautiful pattern, but again, I'm not entirely great at following patterns. But I had enough of the galaxy stuff to do all of the outward-facing fabrics. So all the inner stuff, I used a dark green fabric that I have, but it'll be hidden, it'll be covered up. And I did, when I went to Joann's to try to find more of this beautiful galaxy pattern, they were out of it. So I placed an order for about 4 more yards. I'm also now realizing some of the pieces I cut out call for 2, and I don't have enough fabric for 2. So I'm either going to have to use a completely different fabric I have here in my little fabric wall behind me, or see if I can get that fabric in time. But I'm realizing with the design I want to do, I need some of that blue galaxy for sleeves. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to order more in time, so I'm going to have to use 4 yards to make some sleeves. So I think I'm just gonna have to try to find fabric back here to use for the more inner stuff. And if I can put it all together. So I'm following the pattern now. This video probably won't be as long as the first one, I say, but who knows? It's 2 minutes shorter than the first one. I am here with my helper, Miss Mama, and couple updates. Skirt pattern's awesome. I think it's great, but I messed up by not watching where I was cutting, or like watching about, like, because I wanted to do view B. You're supposed to cut 4, that was 3, 4 of each of these skirt patterns. I only cut 2 because I was looking at view A, but I'm hoping it'll still work. I've draped it over the skirt, it looks like it'll still work. The next thing I'm doing, which has been a pain in my butt, is smocking. I'm learning how to smock for this. I'm putting a honeycomb smock pattern on only the front of the skirt. I'm not doing this to the back, just the front. Just to give it that extra touch of like regal attire. But the process is time consuming over such a small space. I thought I'd just update you guys on that. And yeah, it's great. It's great. Okay. I just placed out my fusible interfacing, and Mama went, ooh, I fits, I sits, and just decided to plop her cute butt down. Oh, you moving now that camera's on you? The guilty party, Ah. Uh-oh, she's filming from her car again. What could have happened? My machine broke again. That's right. Again. They did a fabulous job fixing it. It was running pretty smooth while I sewed the skirt panels together, and then it sat around doing nothing while I tried figuring out how to do smocking. that's gonna take too long, so I've decided to scrap the smocking idea. We're gonna come back to that later. But I was sewing basically these little strips of purple fabric that look like basting tape, I think is what it's called, or something like that. But they're gonna be the loops that the belt thread is, not thread, but like ribbon is gonna go through, so I can tie the skirt to my waist. Well, I don't know how it happened. Things are going fine. I was sewing a simple straight line, and then the fabric went into the machine, and the needle came up, didn't go down again. The machine, you know, it auto stops itself when it gets a jam, and I gently kind of wiggled the fabric out. And then when the needle went back down, I heard a metal scraping noise, and the thread wasn't catching the bobbin thread. And I was like, what's going on? I tried rethreading, tried taking out the bobbin, tried everything I could do at home again. And then I took it to Sewing Machines Express here in Springfield. And I brought it in. They look at it, immediately knew what was wrong with it. And because I had already gotten it fixed once, they are going to fix it again for me for free, which I really appreciate. Because I was kind of panicking about that. And I'm hoping that I get it back tomorrow, or Friday at the latest. But I'm gonna go back home and I'm going to plug in my other machines and just keep working on them and seeing which one I can use, because I really want to make sure that I start getting more of this project stuff done. So yeah. I've corrected the tension issue with this machine well enough that I feel confident that I could use it again. I just really want my stitches to look clean. I don't want a bird's nest under there. For two different reasons. One of them being I'm taking this cosplay into contest, and I want it to look clean for the judges, but also I don't want to wear something that has a bunch of like bird's nests under it. So I'm hoping I fixed it well enough that I can do like the basic stuff I need to do, and then whenever I get my other machine back, I'll be able to do all the other stuff. Wish me luck. I got all of this because I don't have any more Galaxy fabric, so I'm able to put more pattern pieces on this, plus I can make like a little tunic undershirt thing for my sleeves. If you do anything to this, I swear to God, I'll turn you into a pair of fuzzy slippers. Anyway, I'm now going to cut out some more pattern pieces from my blue cat and dog runway. Isn't that right, Jalisco? As you saw, I had that giant thing of blue fabric rolled out in my living room, like a little blue walking carpet for my animals. Well, I went through, cut out all of the extra pattern pieces I needed. I've made the waistband, I've made my loops. I think I made them too big, so I'll go through and alter those later, but that's a later detail. Now I just need to attach the inner waistband to my skirt, and all will be well. This is going great, and I hope that didn't just jinx myself. It's Mama. All right, so we have, I believe, the entire back portion of the overskirt completed. So as you can see, I have my lovely Galaxy pattern going all the way down in the back. I love it. I don't know how else to explain it other than it looks very, like, there's depth to it. And maybe it's just me, but I kind of feel like I could just go woo into it. I think my favorite parts of the skirt thus far are definitely this front little panel here. It is adjustable, so I can make it as tight or as loose as I need. I probably will have to alter it because I made the loops just a tad too big, but I'll fix that bridge when I get to it. And finally, the best part of any dress, my massive pockets. It can fit a couple of phones, my wallet. I could probably even pack my Pokemon. I have an Eevee Evolution little tote bag that I bought that I use to carry all of my stuff that I buy at the conventions. But like, I'm so excited to see the rest of this come together, guys. Ignore the mess in this corner. But I'm loving it thus far. And Mama is too. Isn't that right, Mamas? I have finished the front piece. I have the waistband added with its ties. Now all I need to do is connect this, which just looks like a big old Galaxy apron, to the front of the back piece. And I will have my overskirt almost complete. So let's get to it. wardrobe again. I completely not finished, but like I have a skirt. It's wearable, it's usable, you know, it looks good. There are a couple things I'm gonna fix about it. So my little loops here made them way too damn big, which I should have known from the beginning. I think part of me was like, yeah, I probably made those too big. So I'm gonna have to like figure out how to make those smaller so that when it cinches, it actually cinches tightly to where I need it to be. The other thing is because the front skirt was a little longer, I started at the bottom so that there'd be enough fabric to go around the hoop and all that. So it pooches, I don't like, not bubbles, but there's a little extra fabric, so I don't know how to fix all that quite yet. I still plan to put a lace trim. And the other thing I've noticed is that the fabric of this and the fabric of my white petticoat likes to stick to one another. So it will not be a priority quite yet, but probably one of the last projects I will do will be of me making a tulle petticoat so the fabrics don't cling to each other. So I'm going to throw this bad boy into the washing machine to just kind of get off any excess chalk marks, threads, stuff like that, and just to see how well it fares in there before I put the finishing touches on there. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Hello. So little bit of an update. I know last time you saw this piece was attached to this piece. I hated how it looked, so I'm redoing it. I did fix the little loops that I have here so it tights and cinches the way I want it to. I don't know how to fix the fraying edges I see around the pockets and the seams of the skirt. I'll have to fix that on a later time. I really gotta fix my eyebrows. Oh jeez. Anyway, that point aside, I am going to sew this back onto this, but I'm gonna line it up a little differently. And just hope it works out that way, because my issue is the back part of the skirt is a little shorter than the front part. So I'm hoping that fixes it, and I gotta go through and hem the skirt, and then I'm gonna add my lace, and yeah, I'm ready to see how it all turns out. Boy. I put it back together with a new, different way of connecting it, and I think it looks so much better. All I need to do now is hem the bottom and add the lace, and the overskirt is done. Hell yeah. Okay. I pinned the lace to the skirt. Turns out my double-sided sparkly iridescent lace didn't have enough of it. Had to go out buy more. They didn't have more. They had single layer, so I had to make my own double layer. Now I'm sewing it to this, and finally, the overskirt will be done, and I can start working on the other parts of this project. And I believe the day count is down to 10 days. So, panicking a little bit. Okay, bye. You all know what time it is. Time to ooh and ah at my fabulous job. Okay, didn't see you there. I was just chilling out in my awesome made galaxy skirt. Completed, you know, finished. With only 10 days to spare to make the rest of this cosplay. Oh, jeez. But I love the way it turned out. The galaxy lace trim. Not the galaxy, yeah, galaxy, I'll call it galaxy lace trim because it's a double layered white lace with like this iridescent fabric woven in, or like threads woven in. Super pretty, and I love how this turned out. It has some massive pockets on the inside. I can stick my whole hand in there. I can fit at least 2 phones, maybe, you know, some other fun stuff in there. And I love it. I feel like when I walk around, it looks like, from like without the rest of the like cosplay and everything else, like below the waist, I look like a nebula, or like some type of like, just like, it looks like I don't have legs. It's just like, oh, I'm floating in space. There's nothing keeping me from leaving this mortal coil. So I'm loving it. I think it's great. It has the adjustable corset in the front, has the massive pockets I wanted, and it's a beautiful shape. So yeah, I have finished. Oh wait, twirl factor and not on the side of the carpet where I will bust my ass. Okay, is this a good distance? I think it is. I'm gonna take my shoes off for this. They keep grabbing onto our new carpet. Yes, home renovations are also taking place. Okay, let's see. the upper layer will probably be the most twirliest part, but I love it, and I'm ready to start my next thing, which will probably be the tunic that has the galaxy patterned sleeves. So, yay! Put my shoes back on. See you in the next one. Bye! Remember earlier in this video when I said that I hope I don't jinx myself? Well, I bought the wrong size pattern.